India's recent loss against Australia wasn't because of the players. It's because of their wives. Anushka and Ritika will be like, मुझे क्यों तोड़ा?
Why are personal topics being brought in the game itself?
That's the most stupidest thing I've heard.
Bigger tournaments are going to define the team always.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wicket Wise Charcha. I am Jayanaran Tiwari and this is Yash Vaidya with me. And today we are gonna talk about something which very few people are aware about. So Yash, should I break this news to our public or
Definitely.
should I wait?
No, definitely. Break this news.
So India's recent loss against Australia at the Border Gavaskar Trophy wasn't because of the players. It's because of their wives. Not the players. Even Australian media is making fun of that decision, which was made by BCCI in the latest meeting, that the players' wives will not be allowed to stay with the players.
Now, the Board of Control for Cricket in India thinks it knows why they lost. Not because of the players, not because of their form, it was the wives.
And if they come, only for 2 weeks. Anushka and Ritika will be like, मुझे क्यों तोड़ा?
मुझे क्यों तोड़ा?
What do you think is our board functioning towards? What exactly is happening in the Indian cricket?
I mean, I don't know what exactly is happening at the board meetings, at the BCCI. Why are personal topics being brought in the game itself? I mean, bringing your wives, and then where is your player potential? If you're talking about the personal life and wives, then let players also have their own potential to play the game. It's not like we are blaming wives. Like, why is BCCI blaming the wives? I don't know. Where is this coming from? Why can't we work on the skill, the talent, the hard work of the players? And why is BCCI just drifting from the topic that we have lost? Okay, we have lost now. It's time to restart, refresh.
Stopping their wives to come, and that's the most stupidest thing I've heard in the recent times from the Indian cricket team.
I mean, how can you bring, like, if wives are not there and if the players is performing, so the fans will start trolling that because of a wife the player is not performing, and this has happened a lot in the past. For the past decade it is happening. But what if the players are gaining fatigue out of this, like they are feeling alone, they need their personal space after game. There is of course they have a training time, they have a game time. After that, what they should have their personal life always.
I guess that's what happens when you decide to make a politician as the coach of the Indian cricket team.
I mean, if you're making a politician a cricket coach, then you also have the authority to remove that coach.
They didn't even discussed about removing Gautam as the coach.
I mean, just going back a little, if you see, losing a test series against New Zealand at home, having a full team, like we didn't had anyone senior players out, everyone was in the team. But what the management always said, that we are looking a game at a time. But what this approach did was, it killed the chances of us qualifying for the WTC final. And that cost us, that approach cost us the WTC final spot. I think if that approach would have changed, like we always knew that cricket should have a vision, like all the cricketers have a vision, like what are we targeting? It's not just a test match at that point of time. It is always about what are we trying to achieve. Whether with the World Cup, the WTC, T20 World Cup, we should always keep that in mind. Bigger tournaments are going to define the team always. So I think everyone should look into this. And again, BCCI blaming wives for the loss. Australian media also having a fun at the BCCI. It's all fine, but BCCI also need to look at the mental approach of players. They don't need fatigue now for this kind of reasons, And if this decision can affect the game more, then I think I don't know what to say.
Yeah, and now since the Champions Trophy is coming up, a lot of talks are happening. But what do you think about the Champions Trophy scene with the current approach? See, red ball is different, white ball is different. But do you think this red ball thing will affect our players? Because most probably senior players are going to play the Champions Trophy.
See, you can blame your players, you can criticize them, but they know their cricket. I know we can't tell them or we can't advise them, but they'll be back. I think they'll be back with a greater form. All the senior players, right from Rohit Sharma, Virat, everyone. I mean, all the players coming back. The ODI setup, everyone will be in good form and they know their game. And playing
Mhm.
big tournaments, we all are charged up. And I hope they are charged up as an Indian cricket fan. So maybe we'll have a go at the Champions Trophy. Winning it is the most best result and the most greatest reply to each and every person who have criticized them.
So that's it for now, guys. Me and Yasha signing off, and we'll be back with another brilliant episode on Wicket Wise Charcha. Stay tuned.